In The Age of Reason, Thomas Paine once stated, "Give to every other human being every right that you claim for yourself. That is my doctrine." I believe that everyone should be allowed to live as equals because, after all, we are equals. No one is inferior or superior to anyone else. We all have our own roles and emotions that help create our niche in society. And one of the roles that we can take on as citizens of the United States is the ability to get married. And throughout this speech, I'm going to go over the concept of gay marriage and why I believe gay marriage should be legalized throughout the nation. Because to me, same-sex marriage doesn't violate any natural-born rights. It's simply a predisposition that cannot be controlled. It's who these people are. It wasn't a choice, and it will always be who these people are. And throughout this speech, I'm going to go over three main points. The first is equality on the basis of love, because after all, what is marriage if it isn't love? Then I'm going to go over the economic and legal rights that should be given to same-sex couples through the concept of marriage. And then I'll touch on some of the laws that will hopefully help spread same-sex marriage throughout the United States and help create a stable background for it, as well as touching on the main primary argument opposing same-sex marriage. Now I'm going to take you through the basic body behind the concept of marriage to me, which is love, and why marriage should be present for all those who experience love, no matter their sexual orientation. Webster's dictionary defines marriage as an intimate or close union, and it defines love as strong affection for one another, arising out of kinship or personal ties. And shouldn't a union be able to be present between two people who feel this unconditional love? Should it not already be given to them, no matter their sexual orientation, because they do feel this same love as other married couples do? The concept of marriage, to me, it's a milestone in a relationship between two people when they decide to express a personal and permanent bond to one another that they have chosen to take. It's not just an economic bond or a legal bond where you have rights to one another's stuff after someone passes away. It's a public announcement of one's love for each other, and I do not believe that anyone should be withheld that right, because it's love. This isn't just legal rights. This is the basis of what we live for, to express how we feel for one another. Now, yeah, this love's important, but also they should be able to be given the economic and legal rights that I'm going to talk about now. I believe that even same-sex couples should be allowed to experience the same economic benefits of marriage that's present today. They should be given all equal rights throughout the following categories. You have your health care with insurance. They should be allowed to be on each other's insurance. They should get the same tax breaks and exceptions as natural married couples. They should be able to use joint expressions of salaries in order to create credibility during loans, and also should get the same spousal benefits post-mortem after death. The fight for same-sex marriage is present to ensure equal rights for all members of society despite their sexual orientation. But what laws are present to ensure the stability of same-sex marriage if it ever really becomes present throughout the United States? And what circumstances are present opposing same-sex marriage? Now, in Article 4, Section 1 of the U.S. Constitution, there is the full faith and credit clause. This states that other states have to recognize and honor laws that are present in other states. So say same-sex marriage becomes legal in California, and then that couple comes and moves to Texas. By this clause, Texas has to honor the marriage agreement between the two people, no matter their current state on the subject. Now, hopefully this will help create a stable backbone throughout the United States, and hopefully when one falls, the rest will fall, and the rest of the states will adopt the concept of same-sex marriage. Hopefully just this one state will come, people will move, and then these ideas will be adopted throughout all the states. Now, I'm going to go over the primary argument against same-sex marriage. Now, I know we can't talk about religion, so this is going to kind of touch on it, but we'll see. The primary argument is on a religious level that it's not the natural right between two people, that two people of the same sex should not be married. Now, if I'm wrong, I believe there's this little agreement called the separation of church and state. This is where church groups cannot have a voice and role in the decisions of the federal government, that these two stations should remain separate from each other. Now, marriage should be marriage. There's no matter the sexual orientation, and I hope this speech has helped you realize some of the reasoning behind legalizing same-sex marriage in the United States. Again, the three main points that I went over were equality on the basis of love. You have your equal economic rights through marriage, no matter sexual orientation. Then you have your law that will hopefully help spread same-sex marriage throughout the United States, and also your little bit on the opposing forces against same-sex marriage. So I beg you, do not alienate those who are different, those who fight for the same-sex marriage. They're your equals and they deserve the same rights. Just because something is not the norm does not mean that it is wrong.